The Jacob Zuma Foundation says the former president's corruption trial is unlikely to get underway on the 11th of April. This despite a High Court ruling just yesterday dismissing Zuma's application to appeal the ruling about prosecutor Billy Downer. Now, Zuma wants Downer recused from his arms deal trial, saying he lacks the independence and impartiality needed. However, the High Court has ruled that Zuma's application has no prospect of success. Here's eNCA's Siphamandla Goge with more.
Another day, another legal blow. Judge Pitkun says former President Jacob Zuma can still appeal whatever outcome he is unhappy with, but at the conclusion of his corruption trial.
The criminal trial should now resume. It had previously been agreed by all the parties that the trial would proceed during the second and the third terms of the 2022 court calendar of this court, commencing from the 11th of April 2022, to which date I had in fact adjourned the trial on the 26th of October 2021.
Having lost his latest bid, what now for the former president?
We'll definitely advise His Excellency President Zuma to petition the appeals court. So I can tell you now, I can't see how the 11th of April is going to happen, and the state is delaying this case. All the state has to do is to remove Downer, then the case happens. But the case, the state insists on having Downer, so therefore the state is setting the stage for conflict. So the state is responsible for this continued conflict.
Possible and pending petition to the Supreme Court of Appeal by Zuma worries the prosecution and may likely affect the resumption of the already delayed trial.
Clearly, if they go to the Supreme Court of Appeal and go to the Constitutional Court on a matter that is so clearly pronounced upon by this honorable judge, it will have an effect on the trial resuming on the 11th of April, which is undesirable. We really want this trial to proceed.
Zuma wasn't physically present in court, but his political allies were there.
I'm very disappointed, and I'm disappointed by the logic of the argument of the judge. The judge says that this matter can be heard at the end of the trial. Clearly, if Mr. Downer continues to be the prosecutor, President Zuma will even be worse affected and disadvantaged in a trial that is already heavily loaded against him. Under the circumstances, the only fair decision would have been for President Zuma to be granted this appeal and for Mr. Downer to be removed as prosecutor.
Whether the former president takes the matter further or not, the prosecution says it's ready to call its first witness on the 11th of April this year to resume what could be one of the longest high-profile corruption trials in post-democratic South Africa. Siphamandla Goge, Peter Maritzburg.